Yeah, I'm not a... I feel like a horrible person even saying this, but I am not sorry type. Like,
Oh, I know.
when I mess up, sure, 100%. But
You own it at least, but yeah.
when it comes to, you know, 4 people reacted with bruh, yeah, whatever. I don't think anybody is going to have a problem with us starting half an hour earlier than usual, because...
There
I was just saying, I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with starting half an hour later than usual. Earlier than usual, because it's either this or half an hour shorter of a show. So,
Right.
You know, it's one or the other. I don't have an overlay for 3 people.
Yeah. You can probably just kill the overlay. And
Yeah, seriously, I could just go with monitor capture until... it actually looks great. I'm totally alright with that.
Hold on. Look, now I'm all cute.
Oh, I think you should keep it.
Now you're all cute. You're all cute all the time. Shut up.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
No, did you see her Instagram the other day? She put on the fucking outfit that made her look like she was like a rockabilly housewife or something. It was really neat.
I have 3 settings. Tomboy, hobo, vintage wife.
Tomboy, hobo, and vintage.
Hi, Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie, when are we going to have you on the show?
Yeah, Natalie.
When we can get her to talk for more than all of 5 minutes.
Shut up, leave me alone. It's usually all I get out of her. That's actually so true, because half the time when you talk to Natalie, she, like, didn't mean to join the call, or I joined uninvited. Like, what do you want?
She didn't mean to unmute. She was just trying to listen in, obviously.
Right.
Oh, no, Beast is not blonde now. He's wearing his Lululemon headband.
What is going on?
That is going to be fixed today, my hair. That's the plan. That's why we have to do an early show, is because... I'll just leave it like that. That's why we have to do the early show, is because I'm getting a haircut.
Oh, that's a good
I mean,
look.
I could get a haircut real fast.
Good, right?
Hey, Viral.
Thought he was wearing a
What?
do-rag.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. So today's going to be an interesting show, especially since we're half an hour early, and Southern's not here. Did he mention something about that?
I don't know. I text messaged him, but I haven't heard back.
Southern should be on the way. Jaffe is a maybe, and Ben's is a gonna be late?
Yes, he got a last-minute email about his job application thing.
And Jaffe, everybody, didn't tell me that he was going to be not showing until like 2 days ago. So we are on top of this stuff, you guys. We schedule guests like a week in advance, and yet people still, things happen.
Well, actually, with Rosa, we tried to figure that out 2 weeks in advance, but it just wasn't working out for last week.
I was in California. I was on vacation.
Yeah, that's fine.
How did that go?
Let's not talk about that on air.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It was something.
It was something. All right. Yeah, so we tried to get Don on, and that's all right. We got her. We got her this week, everybody. We did it. We did it.
I'm here.
So, Rosa, don't hurt my feelings or anything, but have you watched any of the previous podcasts, really?
Okay.
No.
Most people haven't.
So she's choosing not to hurt my feelings. All right. Just kind of a heads up. We don't really have a plan. These things just kind of are like all the calls we end up in after hours.
Who does?
Pretty much, yeah.
We don't really try to say, oh, this is the topic for
Hey,
this
Reese,
podcast
over on
or any of
Twitch.
that.
Welcome.
We just kind of let it go and see how it goes.
Okay. I cannot get Google Chrome
And
to open on my computer right now.
Everybody in chat, we don't respond to everything. We try to keep the flow of the show, but I do see you. All right. So if you come in, I do see you guys.
I don't see you because I cannot get it to open on my computer. I might need to restart.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm a little bit of a hot mess right now.
So if you do type something in chat, we will see it. So if you have opinions on topics, and if you can get a chuckle out of me, that's a win. All right, I want you guys to shoot for that. So yeah,
What's going on?
I took a melatonin for the first time in a while last night, and that helped quite a bit. It's actually really good. It's funny because what?
Never taken one of those.
All right, well, I don't even know. I had my offended response, and it wasn't. But yeah, Benz and Jaffe take them every day, but
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start using them for when I need to be up at a certain time. Because it kind of helped. It's funny because like it took a little more than an hour to kick in, but about 20 minutes past that, I was out like a light. I didn't even feel tired. I just turned off. Oh, we got Benz. Let me go.
We got a Benz. What's up, my dude?
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Okay,
Doing
this
alright.
is gonna make me cuckoo bananas. I have to restart. I will be right back, you
Okay.
guys.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
So I can just stare at Benz now. That'll work.
There's the Benz we all know and love.
You know what? This is even better. I was gonna switch back to 3-player, but apparently she's just gonna be frozen until she's back.
That's funny.
This is perfect. Melatonin is literally a drug that's available to everyone. Yeah, I
Because
think
your
it's
body makes it.
yeah, I think it's pretty common in that respect. But I
Yes, the camera is mirrored.
yeah, I'm sorry guys. I don't know a solution to that. If you can find one, that'd be great. Because whatever.
Doesn't OBS have an option for flipping a certain scene or selection?
Actually, yes. Let's find out. Which one am I? Oh, I'm player one. Look at this.
You're
Look
on
at
the
this.
bottom right for me.
Look at this. Ah, back to normal. Well, that's a lot more straightforward than I thought it would be, and I'm moderately embarrassed that I didn't think of that in the first place. Thanks. I should have thought of that 3 weeks ago. Oh my god, I've been mirrored on every freaking show. Oh, yeah. Now you can see my crazy background in all of its glory. That's not even all of it. I have a lot going on. That's part of why I love this desk.
Meticulously rearranged everything in the room and is suddenly left. That's great.
Oh, and now I'm inverted again. Yeah. So, this looks like just a flat image for you guys, but like it goes way back. I'm not even touching the edge, and my arm is very normal length. I still can't, like, there's a lot of room back there, so I just stuff all my candy. It's awesome.
Thank you.
She's
Yeah.
back on.
Oh my.
So,
I'm a hot mess, guys. Just give me.
well, at least you got to restart it. It's great. It's best just to take care of it and be able to
Right.
move on. But I was so excited about that melatonin because with my brain, it doesn't shut off until it's time to shut off. Like I sleep long. Like I wanted to do that Pokemon thing on Sunday, and I told Jaffe at one point because he wanted me to hop into a call. I told him that like yeah, I only have like 9 hours of sleep as of 3 hours ago, and then I stayed up like another 3 hours past that. I skipped that event. I
use a different medication that starts with an M to sleep.
Marijuana.
I am a 30-year-old woman, by the way.
Is that legal in your
Like,
state?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, it's totally legal in my home state of record, California.
We're talking about marriage, right?
No, masturbation.
Yeah. Oh, that.
That works too. Jesus sake. Oh
I'm an old lady. It's fine.
my god. The giggle bush.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I love this Benz emote. Benz, it has been used way more than any other emote. I replaced, I think, Kappa with it or something. I don't know what I replaced. Yeah, I think I replaced Kappa, and it is just so much better. I need to add like a different sillier emote like that because I don't know. We get a couple more members on the channel. I think we're at 18 out of 20, and I should be able to add another emote, so that could be pretty fun for chat. If anybody
We need a
has
Rosa emote. No,
a
I'm kidding.
Rosa emote,
Don't
add the
do
belch
that.
emote.
Yes. I'll
Just
share that with you. That's
just in
fine.
case anybody.
I already paid for commercial rights of it. It's fine.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I pay my artists.
Okay.
I commissioned all of my emotes from a single artist, and I paid for complete and total rights of it.
That's pretty cool. That's a
So yeah,
copyrighted
I
image.
can do whatever I want. Yeah.
You can start striking down videos and stuff. Be one of those evil corporations.
Oh yeah. See, I think I'd have to consistently be in the public eye for that instead of doing that thing where whenever I get too popular, I hide for 6 months. It's fine.
I feel like she's talking about somebody here.
Myself?
Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot of people do that though. The bigger channels.
I was getting up to like 60 viewers at a time, and then I was like, "Oh no, I'm just gonna stop streaming."
Oh, why does everybody got to get busy?
Real
Streaming can be
quick
so
though,
tough. Yep.
that's the second time in a couple days now that I've helped someone without knowing how to help them with the whole flipping of your thing through OBS. Because, yeah, funny
You
little
helped
story. real
Topaz
quick.
yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday I just popped into Rosa's call to say hey, because she had tagged people asking for help with something, and one of her friends was trying to get Discord to work with his phone, and for some reason, like you could see him lighting up trying to talk, but he, no sound coming through, and I was just like, well, is there a setting in your phone that it's not selecting your phone's microphone? And he looked, and sure enough, that was turned off. And I was just like, wow, I did not know how to help, but I helped.
There you go.
So
true story.
I'm super proud of myself for 2 days in a row.
Well, so yeah, I was trying to get my Discord all set up because like I never use it, but my friend was gonna play Sea of Thieves with my child, so I had to get everything all set up.
Oh, and that was another really great part of that little call was that I got to talk to Clark for a little bit.
I actually talked to him because I had the audio coming through the speakers, so Clark could actually hear and interact this time.
Yeah,
That's always fun.
his adorable little hi Seg was great.
You should make that like a texting tone for your phone. Anytime anyone sends you a message. Hi,
Oh,
Sig.
thank you.
Donna, we got a question. What's your favorite food here?
What's my favorite food? Oh no. Don't you know I can't make decisions? I need context. What's my favorite dessert or
Yeah, I
what's
like
my
that
favorite
answer.
Italian food? Like I need to know context. I do not have a singular food that's my favorite.
People ask me like, "What's my favorite gun and save the world?" Like, for what? I mean,
Right. Context is important.
favorite meal. All right, I'm assuming dinner, or favorite meal of the day. I suppose. Let's narrow it down from there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go through the sections here.
Breakfast. Breakfast
All right.
is even though I'm never actually up for breakfast.
Assuming you're up perfectly early, breakfast time. What's the ideal breakfast? What do we go
I can't
for?
eat. Ooh, ideal breakfast. Oh man. Okay. Am I cooking or is someone else cooking?
You wake up and it's just hot and ready, or not hot, whatever it is.
Probably just like pancakes and sausage and like fruit.
Keeping it classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Mine's a basic classic breakfast. It's just eggs, basically any way you want to cook them, I'll eat them. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, grits, bacon, white toast.
I don't always love the yolk. I don't know. It's just kind of.
Well, it's not that I
That's
love
me.
it's that I don't care one way or the other.
It's all going
I
to the same
can't
place.
eat eggs without a meat. So I'm kind of OCD about my food. And when I say OCD, I mean it literally, not of, oh, I need my food not to touch. I need things to be neat. Like I am mentally ill and certain foods have to be presented a certain way or I have a meltdown like a petulant child.
Have you ever had steak and eggs?
Yes, it's actually really good.
I'm surprised to know that my mom's been doing that since we started going to our. I almost wore my shirt, but I figured a Minerva shirt was more fitting for the show, especially now that Chad can read it. Thanks, Sig. But we do these things where it's a really nice steak place, super expensive plates. So we only go there when we get like the birthday coupons, basically like a free meal for one of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is like really nice evening dinner steak, and my mom will just cook it up with eggs in the morning, and it's a good combo. You get the
That's usually when I do steak and eggs too, is if I have leftover steak
Mhm.
and
you get the tough and juicy, somewhere compared to the eggs, a somewhat tougher texture, juicy steak right next to your eggs, and it goes well. You throw in some toast, and it's quite the meal. One of my favorites too.
there you go.
Oh, the bird's getting comments. I always position him to be staring directly at the camera, just so chat knows that he sees you.
I'll punch that bitch in the mouth.
I'd like
I've
to see
got
you
I
try.
got an Ursula doll I could move to stare, but
That'd be
she
perfect.
like looks off to the side, so it would be hard to like get it just right.
Oh
like,
my.
Ursula.
That
have
thing
to,
looks
like,
like a
look at the-
goddamn demon.
Oh, yep.
Look, she looks like me though, doesn't she? Look at those eyebrows.
Which one's which?
2 demons, 1 picture.
Poor unfortunate souls.
That's what. So when I saw this, so this is actually like a collector's edition, whatever. My friends and I saw it, and we're like, "It looks like me. I have to have it." Oh fuck! I can't get it to go back where it was. Oh well.
Do these people play
Except
Save the
here.
World? Benz does sometimes. Sig did that
I don't
one
play Save
time.
the World.
Donna, do you play Save the World?
I'm gonna punch you.
We play with Donna and Benz all the time.
I don't play
Right.
Save the World.
I don't believe you.
I-
Benz plays
I have-
The
VR.
grin. I don't play Save the World.
I
I
have
don't
never
play that
saved.
shit.
I've never saved the world.
Benz is in
That
like
shit's got cooties.
most of my
Fucking-
Save the World streams. Although Popo might have just barely missed him since he's someone new to the channel. Or at least new in the chat.
I don't play.
Yeah. He doesn't play, he just kills it. Doesn't have to play, it just happens.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Podcast is a group of
What?
people chatting together. I never even like started the show off with Minerva Podcast episode 7. Oh, I was gonna do the whole intro. Like, oh, episode 7. If you guys are watching this 2 years from now, binging all of our earlier episodes, welcome. Hope you're enjoying your time. I know. The overlay is a lot better nowadays. Just relax, okay? We're working on it now. We're back in time, okay? You gotta give us a few weeks. Ender is slow and has a life, and he's doing it as a favor. Unless he doesn't end up doing it, in which case, thank you to the current artist. It looks great. That joke will land in 2 years. Just give it time. That's been happening in some of my older Fortnite videos. Like, I casually mentioned on one of my videos to, comment below if this is the winner, or if the Halloween event came back. And then, like, 9 months goes by, I totally forget about it. Then I start getting all these comments saying, oh, it's October, it's October, it's October. I was like, what? And then I found the part in the video, and I was like, wow, I really did this to myself, didn't I? It's kind of fun
It
doing that,
happens.
though. And I know how it feels, because I've gone back to old podcast episodes, episode 1, and then watched through the earlier episodes, and it's kind of fun. It's easy to binge if you guys are doing something else. If anybody in chat isn't gaming right now, you should try it. It's awesome. I've done it before. Gaming can be fun. If you do it right.
Nah, who games?
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, Sig doesn't like Save the World, that's why he doesn't play it. Should
I
stream on
obviously
Twitch.
can't
Wow.
game because I'm a girl. So
What an idea. Wow, I should consider streaming on Twitch.
Let me ask Ben something here.
So
How about the job situation?
I was about to go there too.
I just got the email a couple hours ago.
How was your
Yeah, I
first
saw
day?
that.
Bitch, how many times you gonna ask me that when you know damn well?
I
haven't-
DM'd him, how was your first day? And I wanted him to answer. I just so bad wanted him to say. And then I was gonna like just wait a week, okay? You answered too early.
No, I wasn't going to respond to it because you had asked me 4 times that same day.
It's
I
not
haven't asked
totally.
you yet, Benz. How was your first day?
Fuck you too. You just heard. I haven't started.
Oh, okay.
No,
So tonight is the call to go in, right? Like you're supposed to start at 3:30
nah. I
tonight.
just have to get this I have to get this application in ASAP.
Paperwork.
Oh, gotcha.
But
Do you have any idea when your actual first day will be?
I have no clue. But apparently, I've been informed that our blah 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 terminal has offered you a position. So
Woo!
Yeah.
Big boy, stepping up, get a job.
It's
Get
growing up
it.
so fast.
I'm proud.
Let's
I
get
know.
it.
Fuck, I'm about to be 25.
Fuck
Oh
off.
God, you're old now.
Oh,
I'm halfway to 50.
How does it feel to be old?
when is the birthday exactly?
September.
Oh, that's not almost. You're closer to
That's
24.
not, yeah.
I'm
Good
closer to
fuck.
fucking 50.
No, you're closer to 24 than
I'm
25.
I'm about halfway to 50.
You are
My
way
birthday.
closer to
I mean,
24 than
Sid's
50.
already like most of the way there, so.
My birthday is less than a month away.
Oh shit.
Wow.
I'll be 38.
You be 24.
Actually? I thought you were turning 37.
No, I am 37. Have been all
I thought
year.
you were 36.
Mm-mm.
Wow, you just lost a whole year.
My birthday is 4 months away. Well, me and Clark's birthday is 4 months away.
You're the same birthday?
Mm-hmm.
That's so fun.
Oh yeah, so much fun.
She gets to spend her birthday providing birthday presents to her kid. Yeah, great birthday.
I cannot wait for my child's 21st birthday because
Oh
I'm gonna
my God.
crash the bar where he's gonna be out with all his friends. I'm gonna show up, and all his little friends are gonna be like, "Oh my God, dude, why is your mom here?" And he's gonna be like, "It's her birthday too. I can't do anything about it." I'm gonna be like, "Yes, baby's 21st, mama's 47." Like,
That's like 18 years from now.
Close. Actually, it is, isn't
Oh
it?
my God,
Mark's 3?
17. He's 4,
He's 4.
so in 17 years.
that's fantastic. Crows did point out a good thing. I'm old enough to have dated your mom and immature enough to tell you about it. That's awesome.
You could save that
There's
for
like a really trashy meme that I've seen a few times. That it's oh God, what did it say? Something about the little teenage girls at the mall giving me dirty looks. Like, little girl, best control yourself. Cause I'll go date your dad, be your stepmama, and ground you. Like,
Oh, good.
That's so terrible.
but so like I'm 30 years old. I'm gonna be 31 this year.
No?
Let's be honest. Would it be really hard for me to like hook a 50-year-old man?
No.
No comment.
Probably not.
Why would
I'll
that
be
ever
your
cross your
stepmama.
mind? You looking to date a 50-year-old man?
No,
I mean,
but
if you
she's
go
saying
by my
she could
titties,
if
no.
it-
I mean,
Oh my
what?
God.
She's saying she could, so she could ground that little girl.
Works out a deal with her current husband. Like, no. This is just to get back at that bitch at the mall, okay? It's not that. It's
Yeah.
nothing emotional.
A little 12-year-old girl.
Yup.
Fucking bullying.
This little bitch needs to get grounded, so I'm gonna go date her dad for a little bit. It's like,
You're
Give
okay
me
with
the
this,
stink
right?
eye, I'll show you.
God.
Wait, so I just read the rest of the email.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says, once you apply, please let me know so I can initiate a background check.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
And then if I haven't done so already, I need to submit my drug screen physical, whatever the fuck that is.
Make sure you're
That's
That
how
clean.
means
you
you
where to
have
go to
you
get
have
that.
to go in for a physical and pee in a cup.
I don't give a fuck about that. I've pissed in many cups in front of many people.
For
Kinky.
official and unofficial reasons.
Yeah.
No, for official reasons.
We're teasing. It's more fun.
Oh,
I didn't read
heavens.
that part of the email.
I'm not saying shit, go over some shit. I mean,
Y'all said he just leave the bar. Like,
I'm
fuck
married
that.
for love once. If I get married again, motherfucker better have money.
It's like, that's a good
toxic.
quote. See, now, I was thinking here, if when Ben's is, let me think here, 33, then you'll be closer to 50 than to 24. You keep
Why are you
thinking you're
thinking
so
that
old,
far?
Benz.
I feel old.
You're not old. You're not old.
Old.
you look.
Old.
You're not old.
You know, I
I
had
look like I'm 40.
when I was in daycare still, my friend's brother's friend had one of those things. He sat down to the couch and was like, "Oh shit, I'm turning 24." Like it hit him that he wasn't a kid anymore. Like And I was like,
I
no, you're
That's all.
fine. Oh my god, how young was I now? He's probably 34. Holy shit. No, that wasn't 10 years ago. Eh, yeah. Oh my god. Huh. There you go. Name is, oh my lord. My chat is just something else. I love this. It's like that little extra thing if you're watching this in the back, in the past or whatever, just having chat. Why the hell is he at daycare if he's 24? Well, my friend's brother lived at home for a pretty long time. That's just because he's, I think he's on the spectrum. It's nothing big, not too big of a deal. But, yeah, he lived at home for a while, and his friends hung out. And the thing about the daycare was like, me and like 2 other lifelong friends, like we were just growing up together and rowdy boys. So we were fun, you know. We mess around with them a lot. We used to do like trampoline dodgeball, where some people would be on the in the grass, some people would be on the trampoline. You had to jump up and down and try to hit each other, and that was fun. You get one of the older guys on the trampoline. 20-plus-year-old dude who's a little overweight sends a kid like us flying. We would get way high in the air, and it was a good time.
Yeah, trampolines are part of the reason that everything hurts.
Yeah, it wasn't as weird as it sounds.
I fell off of trampolines, got pushed off of trampolines, out of trees, off of houses, bicycles, you know.
No, more.
There's-
What more?
there's-
What else?
There's lots of reasons that everything hurts.
Donna got a good kick when I said it sounds like a 22 going off when you stand up.
Yeah, kind of.
Wow, 30.
Skateboard ramps, all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah.
The funny thing about like feeling so old when you turn into your 40s is if you have a nice, longer, healthy life, you're only halfway. Like, there's a lot of life left in you, you know?
Oof.
Oof.
Halfway is debatable.
Not the way I plan to live.
Some people could say 50 is halfway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some people
Some-
statistically are halfway at 35, but
Yeah.
you're not a statistic, you're a human.
How bad was my childhood? My childhood was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I got into all kinds of shit.
Did you hear about everything he just said? Falling off of houses, trampolines, bicycles. Great.
Yeah, like we were doing stuff.
You don't get into that nonsense unless you're having a good time. Like,
Yeah, we didn't spend it staring at phones. We were out doing stuff.
toxic.
Facts.
That's so true. There's so much online. This computer can do anybody's computer can like just do so many things that it's tough to convince yourself to get outside when you grow up with this kind of entertainment.
Yeah.
That's one of the
No,
weird
back when-
things about today's kids.
What was it? I guess I was like 13 or so. My father actually went to the lumberyard and bought us all the stuff to build a half pipe skateboard ramp in our backyard. You know, like, and we built it.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
you can imagine it was not in the best shape.
I was gonna say, yeah, totally safe building yourself a half pipe.
But I mean, you know,
Yes.
that's part of how you get to be kind of handy in later life.
Do you
is
want
that
to
you get to do
DM
that.
Southern? Cause
I text messaged him.
man, that's gonna be 2 weeks in a row. All right.
Like I'm hoping that I'm hoping that the phone number I have is still an actual current phone number for him.
You're not texting nobody.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, Donna got a call. She's doing something.
stepped away. Yeah.
How big is Sig's monitor? Or how many monitors?
Currently, I have a television connected to my PC and a separate monitor and the projector. I'm not running the projector right now. I'm just doing it off of the TV and the second monitor.
Oh wow. I didn't think you ever did that.
Mm.
With a projector, you could have what, like 4, 8 different like lower resolution screens?
Oh, easily. Like if I took the current YouTube stream and put it up on my projector screen, every one of our boxes would still be bigger than most people's TV.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a hit to the resolution, but that is.
Oh yeah.
I want to get that in the future at some point. I want to.
But I mean, it's a fairly nice HD projector, but it's a matter of like distance and the screen material and stuff like that too that all affect whether or not the resolution is as good as it would be.
And then on top of that, like, with your internet, it's not like you're watching 1080 anyway.
That's true.
That's perfect, actually.
Yeah.
The thing about a projector, isn't that like heavily influenced by the light of the room?
Yes.
You can't have like curtains, a window, yeah.
And, yeah, blackout curtains and lights off are kind of a must. I can still see it even with like the overhead light on in the room, but it's just all washed out, you know. But
that's why I would never want it as a main anything. I mean, it would totally be home theater situation.
Yeah, like in the room you're in currently, there's no way that it would.
Never.
Yeah.
Like you guys can see in the stream, like it's so bright with the curtains that it's white. My camera only has white for the brightest thing that it can be. And I've got light, window. There's more, like these windows that you can see here. There's one behind me, obviously, and then there's another one in front, and then like.
Don't you have skylights too?
Yeah, there is no inside light on in this room right now.
Yeah.
There's no. It's all natural light in here, and you can see
you think about
perfectly clear.
You think about when we video with skulls, like his background.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically like mine.
Yeah. Genuinely thought his walls were black. I thought it was Dwight just painting it black.
I want the 219-inch Samsung TV.
And projectors aren't even
219-inch.
219-inch.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucking big TV.
Yeah.
Is that the one at CES?
Probably.
Because I think my projector screen is 110 on the diagonal.
That is fucking giant.
Yeah, it's 8 feet wide and 5 feet tall. So
yeah, I don't know. I've seen it, but I don't know. Probably around like $8,000.
Yeah. Well, this whole setup for the projector and the screen and everything at the time, the projector was like $325 or $350, I think.
That's not bad.
I bought the material for the screen and built a frame for it and stretched the material around it, kind of like a canvas that you would paint on.
Yeah.
And hung that on the other side of the room. So that was actually fairly cheap. That was only probably like $35 in materials. But
works great, I assume.
Works fantastically.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Viral's asking when we normally hang out. I think a lot of people would be interested in that. I don't know. On Discord, any time of day, we just pop into a call at random times. We were in a public channel quite a while earlier. A couple days ago.
Sorry, I had a phone call.
Ah, that's perfectly fine.
That was a good story. Makes me miss Jaffe.
This time of day is a pretty good time for most of us, I would think. And any time in the next 6 hours.
What?
I don't know what you guys are doing after the show.
Viral asked, when do we usually hang out in Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, whenever the fuck I feel like it.
Yep.
Same. Like
Basically.
It's just when I'm not streaming. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking like we usually all kind of cross paths around the same 6-hour period in the day, which is in the afternoon for me.
You find me all hours of the day, just sitting there waiting for someone to be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "Play games with me. Play with me."
Caught Donna just fishing in a voice channel multiple times. It's a good way to do it, though. Just hang out.
Yeah, if I'm not
voice
hiding in my private voice channel.
Yeah. Then someone will come around.
Although I tend to try to hide in my own, because when I hide in the public ones, Ben's left. I was gonna say we get weirdos that join, and then I was gonna quote our choke her violently.
Oh my god.
He can still hear you.
He was in a stream even.
No, I think he put his headset down.
Yeah, he said he doesn't have a jewel and then got up. That boy needs to pull up his shorts when he moves around.
Yes.
No, that guy was in a stream.
Holy fuck, Ben's is thick. This is why I don't get up on stream.
Like, Donna, why are you
This-
shorter than your chair?
Wow.
I'm just short. I'm actually sitting on my foot right now too. So I'm look, this is my knee. I'm sitting on my feet.
Oh my
'Cause-
lord.
Hold on. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh wow, she just lost like 2 inches. At least.
I'm not a very big person.
I love that these racing chairs are just taking over.
Well,
All
where
three
else
of
am
us
I gonna
have
get a pink chair?
I don't know when I would ever
Fair.
need a racing chair.
When you're gonna go racing, obviously.
I mean, I just
Duh.
I've brought this up many times. I'm doing all this from my couch, so
I stand by the fact that my other very cushiony chair was much more comfortable material. It was literally sitting on a cushion. It was very good. And even after 2 years it held up well. But, you know, can it do this? It cannot. I'm not coming
That's
back
true.
up.
I saw a chair that was like 4 people that sit on their feet, and it like was like a stool with a spot for your feet to like hook underneath, and I was like, I need that.
That looks like it
I
hurt
know.
after a while.
I always sit on my feet though because I'm short, and because my feet don't touch the ground in this chair. They don't. I actually have like an aerobic step under my desk to rest my feet on when I want to sit like normal. But I'm fucking short, y'all. Like, and desks and chairs are not made for short people.
how tall are you?
I am 5'1".
Oh, so you come right up to the bottom of my chin.
I
Yeah.
gotta go fill this shit out. I'll
My
try
mom
and-
is 5'1",
Hi,
so
Benz.
whenever I give her a hug, she just like right under my chin.
Oh no. We need someone else to join the call to fix
We
the
need Southern to come back from
Southern
the
was
daddy.
supposed to be here.
Yeah. That is accurate.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
texted him and said, "Hey, we're getting ready to start in about 20 minutes, and you're not even online. What's up?" And
Thought Donna was
he said
5'10"?
response.
Yeah, just take out the
Oh,
zero.
abso-fucking-lutely. I am
Today, Chris. I got a haircut tomorrow. Today. That's why we
Later
started the
today.
show half an hour early. So that I can go do that and we don't have a short show. Volunteers tribute.
give me $5 and I'll shave my head.
Wink.
Give you $5 and you'll just get a completely new hairstyle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. That too. That is a channel perk on my channel.
I know, but you still need a haircut. Well, it's happening for Chris. I don't know what you want from me.
My chair makes me look tall? How? Are you being facetious?
Well, it looks like a big chair next to you. So with
know.
that, then like wow, Donna's got a really big chair. She fills it out well, and then you look tall.
Yeah, Popo, $5 and my hair disappears. Gone.
I think you should grow it out, B. It's not long enough. That's true. How am I ever gonna be a trap if I just keep cutting my hair? I'll just have to use wigs.
You're gonna have Sister Beast do your hair.
Oh, Lord.
No. So if I donate 5, you will? Yeah, Popo.
Absolutely, I will.
You will.
You
Oh.
would dumb? Are you saying Popo's new?
You would look dumb. Oh wow.
Oh.
Where's Mom Beast? Other room.
That's kind of
Well.
rude.
I was hold on, y'all.
Just so we're
Buckle.
clear here.
Buckle up. We're
Yes, Popo is very new.
Popo, you are obviously very, very new. Cause hi, I'm Rosa. I have alopecia. I'm bald.
And she is beautiful
Oh,
bald.
she loves doing that.
ah,
I
Always
love
amusing.
traumatizing people with it. Especially because they're like, oh my god, especially the dark rooted ones, because it looks like real. Like it looks like it's, real.
Died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, gotta kick out of that.
Does it look dumb? Does it look dumb?
Do you have one of those that's
Try me.
Do you have one of those that's like the mermaid colors, like the gray, blue, pink?
I have a long blue one, and then I have a really long pink one. But I don't have one that's all the mermaid colors.
Yeah.
I do not. I have a.
I
I have a
figured out
pink
of
one
all
right
the
here.
colors you would definitely have, it would be something in the mermaid range.
I don't. So wigs are expensive, and I tend to get ones that can look semi-real.
Presentable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get the ones that are dark rooted. So that means like the one
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
just put down. It has the dark roots because my eyebrows are dark, and like my hair when I had hair.
It makes
It's
it
dark.
match up easier. Yeah.
Right. So it looks more natural. And those mermaid ones don't usually have dark roots because they're not meant to look real. The mermaid ones are girls that have hair that want to just be mermaids.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Gotta be
right,
really,
Chriselle, someone else gotta pay up.
gotta be convenient in some ways to be bald like that, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
it's just
yes and no. Getting ready for things. One of my favorite examples is I like to do something at Disneyland called Dapper Day, and it's where people dress up really vintage and they go to the parks all day, like.
Hmm.
And it takes a lot to get dressed up like that, especially as a girl, because it takes a really long time to do your hair. So everyone that's getting ready to go to Dapper Day ends up getting up really early to do their hair. I do my hair the day before because I style a wig, put it on the wig head, and then all I have to do when I get up is my makeup, put on my dress, and then put my wig on.
mm-hmm.
And just
So
little touch-ups, and that's it. Yeah.
right, exactly. Little hairspray, like, and then I'm done. And that's the other thing too. Like, girls are always trying to like figure out how to curl the back of their hair. I can take my hair off, put it on my leg, and do the back of it. It's
you
not
don't need
hard.
someone to
Makes
help you do it.
Makes
No,
things a lot
exactly.
easier.
Right.
And obviously, if you ever want to switch colors or styles, you just know,
Right.
Yeah,
Like
switch wigs.
Midday, just pop back to the hotel room, swap out, and go.
It's something I notice a lot with like, because haircut today, I'm looking forward to it. All this hair around my ears, headset, like I have to bring it down a notch with once all the hair's gone, because it fits my head just so much more perfectly.
Right.
I have a lot of hair all in my way right around there, and it's.
Do I have a pastel blue? Yeah, it is actually a light blue. Hold on, I'll go grab it.
There she goes. Off on an adventure.
Only because you asked, Gina.
Love what Popo says. You're in the military. Not why her hair's not there, but
Yeah, that's not why my hair's gone. I'm not active duty. My
but
hair
yeah,
is
she
gone
was
because I have a medical
coincidentally.
condition. but I have this blue. It's not quite pastel.
That's pretty close. I don't even know what pastel blue would look like in hair.
It would kind of be like a lighter. So if this was more washed out.
Yeah, I feel like pastel is such a soft color. It's hard to represent in hair. I don't know though. Look at that, and then Donna gets a whole new look. It's weird what hair does. It's like she's a whole different person without the glasses now. Oh, we get to talk about Donna while she can't hear us. Oh,
What?
nothing.
Nothing.
Talking shit.
No. You colored
Ew,
hair. You
colored
look
hair.
like a Pokemon. Ah. That's funny. We don't
I don't know,
usually. Oh my god.
Yeah, Rosa, the long is nice, but I think I prefer the like shoulder length on you.
I prefer the shoulder length as well.
Yeah.
Long is so boring. No, not
Mhm.
chemo. I have alopecia, which means my hair falls out, and a bunch of different shit can cause your hair to fall out or not to come back. Chemo is not the only thing.
Probably just the most common thing a 12-year-old would have heard about.
Right.
That's true too. Anytime I ever see a kid with no hair, I'm like, oh, they must be sick.
Right.
But like, that's not
Everyone
necessarily
always-
true.
It's you have too many children that watch your show. I can't tell the story I want to tell.
Tell the story.
Let me tell you the story about how I smuggled marijuana through airport security.
Do you want to tell that story?
I could tell the story all I want, but that shit's gone, been smoked, like, and then there's no evidence left.
Well, now I want to hear the story.
Nope, I
Okay.
can't.
All right.
Oh.
See, that's true,
Anyway.
Vowel. I thought, like, I was thinking more than just the people typing in chat would have been surprised when she took the wig off. Because if you don't know, you wouldn't know. Wigs are pretty convincing. That's kind of their job.
That's kind of their point.
And yeah, I mean, it's amazing how you just it looks perfectly fine until it moves or she takes it off, and then.
But even then, like it's dark rooted all the way to the roots. If I glue it down, I could put it in a ponytail. I could style it. Like,
And it's funny how quickly after seeing you without the wig,
you just adapt
you
to
can
it.
easily forget that you put a wig on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting a story. Yeah, I think Hydro got blue balls from that marijuana story. Poor guy.
I mean, so long story short is I just walked through security with it. Because let's be honest, so my vertigo had been acting up, so I had a walker. I'm bald. Who's gonna take pot away from the girl that looks like she has cancer?
Jesus.
Do you want to be the TSA agent taking the marijuana away from the little cancer girl? Do you want to be that agent? No, because that's a story that's going to go on the news.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's great.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you are.
I know I'm not wrong.
I think some pretty easy
Because
social
nobody
profiling was in your
stopped me.
favor that day. Oh my god, chat. Jeez. Where did everybody go? Ben's went to fill out his thing. Jaffe.
Was not gonna be able to make it unless he made it late.
Right, I was gonna say he should be done with this test if he's coming at all. Southern,
Right.
Southern is
ghosting.
just I don't know.
I'm gonna message him on my phone since I don't want to mess up the overlay.
That's why I just went ahead and messaged him like text message, not even like I have his phone number as far as I know.
So sad. Our DMs go from yes, this time I will be home and ready to you coming or.
That's what she
said. No, but I'm breathing hard.
Jeez. Oh,
it's
Donna.
Jesus. Hi, Barry.
Perry Winter, I'll change it in spring. Okay, thanks for
Change my
clarifying.
mind, blunts are better than bongs.
I have no input on that.
So Viral did ask a question earlier that I thought was kind of interesting. What jobs we have had.
Oh God.
And I think Beast is the quickest answer.
Okay.
None.
I actually did Cutco for a little while. I sold knives. I'm still technically a representative, so if anybody wants to buy some Cutco knives, let me know. That was a very short gig. I did it for like a few weeks. Sold a set, decent amount, I think, for the next to no effort I put into it.
I do not have a purple. I have several pink. I have blonde. I have different lengths and textures of black. I have a brown one with bangs. I end up looking like Velma. I have a long red one. I have a short bright orange one. I have a short curly burgundy one. And then I have several blonde ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think my topic's still breathing on the floor. Let me pick it up real quick.
Sorry.
No, I don't know. I sold a few stuff with Cutco knives. Those are just, not just being a salesman, awesome freaking knives. We use them at home. They cut through everything. They're just really, that was a good gig because it taught me about the company and I was able to, it's funny because my dad was getting knives for Christmas and he was able to buy it through me for my mom. So I got kickback, which was a pretty good deal. I was pretty happy about that. And then obviously the YouTube channel. That's all I've done.
No.
For jobs.
What about you, Rosa? If you don't mind.
Oh God, I'm old. I've had starting from the beginning.
Just a quick rundown. Nothing expensive if you don't care.
I don't know. What haven't I done? I've been a nanny. I've worked in childcare. I worked at a gym. I was in the military. I worked for a catering company. I worked at like some kids' party place. I worked at Subway. I worked at Kohl's.
Now, when you
Kohl's
worked at
is the-
Subway, did you put the cheese, like, the little triangle cheese, did you alternate them so they covered it totally, or do they overlap a bit?
Obviously.
Alright, good.
Obviously alternating because I'm not a heathen.
That's the most important part.
I hate it. I hate it when they cross the points of the cheese and they all
Right?
taste the same.
Yeah.
I have the place near me that I
And
go
then there's
often
double
enough.
cheese spots, and then there's like no cheese spots. I'm like, what the hell is that? Who
Mhm.
wants that?
Like I go to a place enough to where I've had sandwiches made by the same people plenty of, like, several times each at this point, and some people are more consistent than others, and then sometimes you can just tell that they're not caring or distracted, or it totally. Every time I've ever had a sandwich made, I look at that like, all right, are you gonna cross the points, or are you gonna like alternate them?
I was like 19 when I worked there, so I was young.
Yeah.
They loved me because I was this bubbly personality. I got the best tips.
It helps. It makes it a much more fun experience.
So
Yeah.
to add to it though, out of all the jobs you've had, what was your favorite?
Oh,
If you had a favorite.
that's my favorite job.
Being a mom.
Barry was telling me that
I don't know.
Yeah.
don't
I'm
know.
not gonna give you some generic answer either.
Yeah. Well, in my career of being an adult, over the past 20 years, I've been in and out of restaurants. Basically, I've worked at a number of different restaurants over the years, probably 15 or so different restaurants. I did deer processing, wild game processing, where basically hunters go out hunting, they kill an animal, bring it to us, and we make it into food. So
Fun.
it's all really butcher work. I worked on television for a while as an extra in the background on a TV show. I worked at a clam farm, going out in the creek on a boat and collecting clams that we like planted out there in a certain place.
You plant clams.
Yeah, well,
What?
you basically you spawn clams in a tank, like they make the babies, and then you take the babies and they grow them up to a certain point, and you put them in these
And then
big
you
mesh
eat 'em.
bags. Put them in these big mesh bags, and you put them out in the creek for like 3 years till they get to the right size, and then you bring them back in. And if you keep that in a rotation, you're always busy. So
Wow. That's such a weird. You just keep them in the bag for 3 years. They don't move at all.
well, they don't need to. They bury up in the mud, and I mean, as the water washes through, they suck the water in, take in the nutrients they need from it, and spit back out the water they don't need and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pretty interesting thing.
That is interesting.
What else did I do? I did electrical work as my first job ever. Actually, I did that for about a year.
Hmm.
And that was a lot of just hanging ceiling fans and putting in light switches and carrying rolls and rolls and rolls of wire places.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I did hardy plank siding, which is just like this like really thin board made out of basically concrete that people use for siding on their houses and stuff. And that was a hell of a job because every time you had to carry any of that up the ladder to the side of the house or whatever, it always weighed like 1,000,000 pounds. Let's see. I'm not really sure. And most of my career has been in and out of restaurants.
Yeah.
That's just always going to be my main interest. But yeah, I think out of all that, my favorite was working at pizza places throughout the years because making pizza was always fun. Even when it was stupid busy, being able to actually, I know how to do like the New York style hand tossed, like where you flip it from hand to hand and throw it up in the air and it spins up in the air and stuff.
That's real?
Yeah.
They don't just do that in cartoons?
No, that's real.
That's awesome.
I did enjoy working for the catering company because I always got bomb ass food afterwards.
That's that's
a
one of
good
the
deal.
main benefits of working in restaurants is that no
Yeah.
matter where I go, I can always find a job anywhere in the
Yeah.
world. There's always a restaurant looking for somebody to do something.
Mhm.
And two, I'll never go hungry because I
Right.
mean, I work at a place where there's food.
And you
Right.
know how to prepare it. Like,
Yeah. So
you could buy cheap ass grocery ingredients and make that last.
yeah, and I mean that's why like Ira, for instance, was asking me what I thought about what she should do for lunch yesterday, because I know stuff in the kitchen. It's super helpful.
You know, I'm
I've
still
always-
interested in those clams.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
I could
gross.
probably find the video where they came and interviewed the company I was working for and stuff, and send you a link.
that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I did read about pearl farming because it got brought up once, and it's
Kinky.
is it? It's a really interesting process. They have a whole thing.
Were they taking the implant a piece of sand into an oyster? Is that what you mean?
It's weird. So the thing that builds up the pearl is
Calcium.
it reacts from an irritant. So yeah, if they put like a bead of sand or something inside of an oyster, to clean their mouth, they just pearl it up and work on that over a very, very long time, which is 3 years or more for a single clam sometimes. And
Mhm.
Alopecia.
or whatever it is,
Popo.
oyster,
Alopecia.
whatever makes that.
Yeah.
And no, it's really interesting because it's the kind of thing that's a ton of work for one pearl. So they've got thousands of oysters or clams, whatever it is.
Well, and then you have to kill it to get the pearl. Like there's
I think
no way
so.
to get the pearl and leave it alone. It dies.
Yeah, that's
Right, sorry.
why they're so expensive.
And they don't even eat the pearls, so it's like or not the pearls. They don't even eat the oysters, so it's like I feel like it's wasteful.
Well, you know what humans will do for a shiny white thing.
Yep.
We could just make our own at this point, but no, the natural ones. It's like diamonds. Synthetic diamonds are the same thing you'd pull out of the ground, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's way
no,
cheaper.
they absolutely are. And even then, diamonds are actually available in abundance. But the people that control them create an artificial need for them by controlling the output that is out there. And so diamonds are essentially they're worthless. They're insignificant.
They're just
There's
really hard
absolutely-
rocks.
they're just really hard rocks. They're available like all over. The prices are artificially inflated. Don't get a diamond. They're fucking worthless.
There you go. Unless you're playing Minecraft, in which case, hold on to every single last one of those suckers.
Yes.
Well,
Obviously.
that's those blue things I've been throwing in the lava, right?
Yeah. It matches my
That's
hair.
how you make blue flames in Minecraft, right? Diamond is actually coal. No.
Yeah, no, they are actually coal.
Well, it's carbon,
Coal.
more specifically.
Carbon, which is
Right.
It's
what
the
coal is
carbon
based
from the coal.
on. Yeah, and it's just been compressed down to the point that it becomes a diamond. The lab made or factory made or whatever you want to say diamonds actually get used a lot more than you would think in
Industrial,
tools. Industrial elements are a big part of that. And I mean, they talk about like, diamond tip on like a saw blade, for instance, or whatever. And they're actually way cheaper than you would think. People are like, what? You got a saw blade with diamonds on it? It must be like $1,000. No, it's like $10. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But that pretty little rock on your finger that, all these girls are falling over and everything has to do with just the drive from, I don't remember what the name of the company is. It's not Zales or whatever,
I don't
but
know.
it's one of those.
It's something like one of those.
K, that's one of them.
Yeah, K.
Garrett.
Every
Jewelers.
kiss begins with K.
Yeah.
But it's the company that they push for it to be such a popular thing that everybody should spend this much money on.
Right. And it's
The
bullshit.
only reason that is there.
It's bullshit.
That's one of those little fears. Someday I'm going to have a wife or girlfriend that just doesn't care about all that and still wants the really expensive diamond. Ugh.
Then you got the
Makes me
wrong one.
nervous.
'Cause
Yeah,
as
I
much
think
as
so.
me a gold digger because I want some fake titties. I don't want things that are actually worthless. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, Chriselle. I did.
My dad proposed with a budget for his ring. Like, he wanted to get married, and he did the whole spiel, and he's like, all right, I don't have a ring, but here's a budget. We can go pick out whatever, and that worked for my mom.
I actually got my ring 2 years after we got married. Hold on. I never wear it because I roughhouse too much. I had a band first. Just a little band.
Oh.
And then I got a antique setting sapphire.
Oh, how fun.
Hold on, it's a whole set. Oops, I put it on wrong order.
Boy, that would make a dent in someone's cheek.
I know. I picked it out myself. And that's the thing, too. I don't understand why we expect, no offense, the men folk to pick our rings out, and then you get like offended when they don't pick out something that's exactly your style. Like, you wouldn't let your mans pick out a t-shirt for you, and you expect him to pick out the ring that you have to wear for the rest of your life together? Like, this. Yeah.
That never made sense to me.
But yeah, so it's a setting, and yeah, and it's tear shaped, and yeah, it would take a chunk out of someone's face if I fucking popped them with it.
Look at those talons.
Oh yeah, those two.
Mhm.
I like things that can do damage. Can you tell?
God.
I don't. This is why I don't wear my ring all the time. Is because I'd hurt someone.
My mom, I think she's afraid she'd lose it. Just, you know.
Lose it in somebody's face. I mean, what?
Yeah, or keep it around. She has it set aside where she knows where it is, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Is this a fashion stream now? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always figured if you had like a family heirloom that was handed down from grandmother to mother to daughter and stuff like that, that would totally make sense for, you know, choice in the wedding ring or whatever, that kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, if you're just expecting your future husband to just go out and pick one for you, you're screwing up.
Right. See, like I think
one you
proposals should work like you propose with maybe like a simple band.
Oh, this
and
is
then
nice.
you pick out the rest of the ring later. You know.
Here, I'm gonna drop into our call here what Prashel said. He said he got, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna brave pronounce it. Moissanite? Moissanite?
Moissanite.
Yeah, he said they picked it out together, spent around 900, and I can show this on stream. He said it sparkles way more and is much nicer. That is a really brilliant looking gem right there.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got the dark blue lab created sapphire. I kind of wanted a black one, but I wasn't quite comfortable being as goth as I am now. Like, so I got married when I was 21, and I was still like, oh no, people are gonna judge me. And now I go out in like my shit stompers and like, you know, blue hair, black lipstick, and I'm like, fuck off, like. But I love my ring. It's fine.
And then he says he's got a $36 band with what did he call it? I lost it in chat. Oh yeah, tungsten carbide. What even? I'm gonna look that up myself. Even
I don't know if my husband even has his original wedding band anymore.
Hard and tarnish proof and all that stuff, as far as I remember.
Hold on, is this what you mean, Chriselle? The blue and black kind of deal?
Well, that's a stylized one. Tungsten is usually just black or dark gray.
That still looks badass, even if it's just black. I like Sig's band.
My nails are black, Natalie, and they're claws.
Yeah, I went the much simpler route and just tattooed a ring on, so I can't lose it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it getting caught on things.
Blue hair rocks. Never thought the Jetsons theme would be the now. Yeah, that's interesting. I think a lot. I mean, I'm getting a lot of practical ideas in chat. It's kind of nice to see.
You gotta get a girl first, or boy.
Yeah.
No, I don't judge.
Almost identical to diamond, looks better, and it's lab grown. Personally, I feel like I'd prefer lab grown. Like,
I absolutely would too, because I don't want anyone getting hurt so that I can be cute.
and I just think, I don't know, just from my office chair and no real world experience. It's just something pull out of the earth. I mean, why wouldn't I want just something lab created? I don't know. What's the difference?
Right, if the lab can create it and it's bigger and it's just as
And
sparkly
totally legitimate, like
and
chemically
totally
the same.
legitimate, exactly.
If
Why
anything,
not?
more pristine than you would mine it because you
No.
created it in a lab.
I'm obviously like different than other people, but like I 100% picked out, designed my own ring. I'm happy with that. At no point was I like, oh, I wish my husband picked out a ring I hated. Like my oh my god. So
Here we go.
speaking of engagement rings, like 2 years after I got married, my mom tried to offer me her ring from when she was married to my father. My biological father, who, mind you, I don't speak to, and at this point have not spoken to in like 7 years. Tried to be like, oh, I thought you might want this from when you met me and your dad were married. No, why would I want that cursed bullshit? No, thank you.
I don't want your ring from your failed marriage.
Right? Like, what?
Like we care about the gem in the ring, but the history of the ring matters now.
No, yeah. So no, it was a nice ring. It was like 3 big diamonds. Like it was a quality ring, but I was like, nah, bitch, that shit cursed. Like, no, thank you.
Divorce ring? That's depressing. That's true.
Right?
You ever want to talk about
Right.
your ring, you want it to be fun and happy and not like this was someone's failed marriage
Right.
ring.
Exactly. I don't want someone to be like, oh, I like your ring, and be like, oh, thanks, it was my mom. And they'd be like, oh, how long was your dad and her married? Oh, like 7 fucking years. Like what?
Charles told me to look up rock. That's what his first wife is getting.
A rock? Okay.
Literally a rock.
I see nothing wrong with that.
I watched a video of a dude carving a ring for himself out of a meteorite. That's pretty badass.
That's the other thing. Like, don't go into debt getting a ring.
I think he
Like,
made that himself. I don't know that he spent anything on it.
No, I mean like in general in this whole conversation with the lab versus natural and whatnot. I think that's ridiculous. Why are you gonna start your life together, thousands of dollars in debt for a piece of jewelry? Like fucking ridiculous.
Let's start off our relationship with financial insecurity. That's a great start.
Yeah.
So long as the
Right.
ring makes her happy, you know, we'll be set then. Not that she shouldn't be happy. I'm just saying, like, maybe a more practical approach might be a bit safer there.
Right.
But no, the Alonzo, yeah, that meteorite was like, I think, I'm not exaggerating, from the video if I recall, it was like 8 billion years old. Like, this shit was twice the age of the Earth. And you could tell from, he did a whole thing in the video that, I'll look it up for you guys, that he did a whole thing in the video saying that, like, the shape of it and all that was from a meteor, was something that only forms in like extreme and specific what am I trying to say, conditions that a meteorite would be in.
Yeah, Popo, I'm gonna need you to find your chill, but I will answer your question because I actually didn't realize you were legitimately asking the question.
4.5 billion.
You kept asking if there was a cure for Ethiopia.
Oh, boy.
Finally, you said alopecia, and I knew what you were talking about. No, not really, because there's different causes for it. Alopecia on its own is like not really a thing. Alopecia is a side effect of other medical conditions. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a bald bitch, and it's cool because I rock it.
Oh no.
This is a really badass ring video in general that I linked.
I wish they made rings like that, but for little hands. Like I want like a man style ring, but I can't get a men's ring because I got little hands. I have little hands.
Yeah, I was way off with 8 billion years old, but older than the Earth. That's a cool story for a ring. Like, this thing was formed before our planet was. That's awesome. To think that someone would just... I don't even know if he found or purchased a meteorite or whatever, but yeah. E-girl. Well, E-woman, sort of. And then...
What?
Yeah.
Who called me an e-girl?
Seal drop on Twitch. I think it's just a female on the internet is an e-girl.
I mean, the blue hair is kind of like e-girlish, but yeah.
Alonzo, you
Oh,
should make a ring out of it.
Chriselle is offering to make you a man-style ring in your size once he gets his lathe put together.
Fucking do it, my dude. Hell yeah.
You totally could. Yeah. Pretty easy to make ring
see-
in a lathe.
That was the thing back when you mentioned that I had the tattoo on my finger. Back when I actually did do the get married with a wedding and all that stuff, we bought her the ring she wanted, and I just bought I think it was like $17 off of Amazon,
Right.
a ring for me for the actual symbolism during the ceremony part that I never actually ever wore.
So that's the other thing. I don't know. I'm a half-ass hippie. I never did like a wedding. We did a courthouse because I was like, nah, I'm not about to spend all this money so that everyone else can celebrate me getting married. Like, fuck it. Nope. Cool. Bye.
Always amused by these modern approaches to old ceremonies. I like it.
Like,
Yeah.
it's funny. I keep telling my husband that for our 10-year, I'm gonna buy a dress so that we could go take pictures. Like, but I don't. Family is stressful, and I'm not dealing with all that bullshit.
Where do skeletons go for a night out? I'll bite. Where? Anywhere as long as it's a hip joint. Oh boy.
I like it.
That's all. Got that off a popsicle stick, did you?
Now I want a popsicle. I think
Well,
I have
your
some
mom,
mochi.
you got popsicles.
I got mochi.
I have a soundbite for that. I don't. My sound board is very, very limited.
No, Popo. No. Not for the form I have.
I don't know what that means.
I'm
Southern never got
playing
back
with
to
it.
me. I wonder if something happened. He just got.
I don't know.
His psycho girlfriend?
Oh, that's actually cool. I'm gonna just hold this up to my camera, but this is what his ring looks like. Oh, that actually looks pretty clear. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that is really cool.
Pretty neat.
Who's
I
looking.
like it. I like it.
That's just what he
Fan
DM'd
him.
me.
His haircut's in a little bit. It's
Shells?
not yet.
That's neat.
How was your haircut? Oh, it was great. Nice.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
It was great a half an hour from now when it happens.
That ring looks like brass. No, he said tungsten carbide. And I think half the reason he made that ring out of that material was so that he could say tungsten carbide.
The words tungsten carbide.
Yeah. Like, I think you're echoing a little bit.
Am I?
I
don't
don't
know.
hear an echo, so it's just you.
Just me.
It's just
Oh.
you.
Damn, called out for once.
Echo. Oh, it's totally
Yeah,
there
I hear
though.
you echoing at me.
Well,
I
if you
don't
can
hear
hear the echo, then it'd be Sig.
So totally could be me.
It's always been Sig though.
Yeah, and I don't know
Rude.
why it happens. I make no changes, and suddenly there's an echo, and then suddenly there isn't, and yeah.
Where's
I don't know.
my?
What are you playing with over there?
Oh, I am playing with kinetic sand. It is my new favorite thing to keep my hands busy.
Wow.
Because I've been like really twitchy lately, and so I'm just playing with kinetic sand.
That's that sand stuff that's almost like silly putty, isn't it?
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
mold it
alright.
and whatnot, and then if you like break it, it like.
Weird.
Yeah. It's is it called a non-Newtonian substance or something?
Oh fuck! I don't know. Don't.
Oh, you remember the stuff you could make with like cornstarch and water, like when you were a kid?
Yeah.
And, yeah. And
When you're a
that's,
kid, I think I made some last winter for my kid.
well, that's what. Yeah, that's how that works. But
when like the big slime craze came out and everyone was making slime, I'm like, I've been doing this shit for 30 years.
right? Now the non-Newtonian substance is a really cool concept though, because it's one of those things that it's semi-liquid, semi-solid, and depending on how you interact with it is how it responds. It's really weird.
Oh boy.
Open my day with hot dogs and Mountain Dew. I'm killing my body here. Good day. Good way to start.
That sounds unpleasant.
It was alright.
When we got in the call right before we started this, and Beast said he was eating a hot dog, and I was like, "Damn it! Now I want a hot dog."
I do not want a hot dog.
I wanted sweet sour chicken so bad, and last night I had like one of those microwavable dinners, and it wasn't the type that I was looking for. I've had like microwavable sweet and sour rice before, sweet and sour chicken. It's pretty good. Kind of nailed it.
Didn't you say that the rice wasn't as good without the chicken?
It was a bad one. I know it's a
It
microwavable
will.
dinner. I'm not expecting too much, but I've had good ones in the past that were pretty alright. I don't know.
Did you all know there's a third option in court? What do you mean?
I don't know. It might be another pun.
Oh. Are you being punny?
I'm just waiting for it now.
Dun dun dun. You guys want to see me do different funny filters?
Yes. I think these flowers have added a lot. No, this ain't a pun.
Let's see what this one is. Oh, okay. I have no idea what this is, but this is a look.
Oh my. Wow, that works
Alright.
really well.
Oh, look at my cute little puppy with rainbow hair.
Wow, it tracks right to your face. What is that?
Don't you wish I would tell you?
Well, yeah, that's why he asked.
Shut up. Now I'm a sad bunny.
That's like perfectly tracked too.
So let me tell you
Oh, my
all
lord.
about this.
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
It is kind of horrifying. I agree.
You know, it's funny because like
That's super funny with the glasses over the glasses.
That's my favorite is glasses over the glasses. Like,
I'm
what's
just
that
impressed by
movie?
how well it tracks. It's not even like a little glitchy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Modern hardware, you guys. I'm mesmerized by this.
Half your head disappeared.
I think
Oh, look. I'm a piece of work.
wow. That
Oh.
pun.
Oh Lord.
I'm so punny.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
I have no idea. That's her after she farts. Or after a burp. Oh, now she's an anime girl again.
I mean, when was I not an anime girl?
Jesus.
Vacation.
I've always wanted little dinosaurs on my face.
I mean, who doesn't, honestly? That's what we all live for.
Anything with tentacles. I am not buying into your tentacle-born bullshit. I can't even talk. I need it with
Yeah,
dirt
it's a
toes.
Kova. I don't think that would be his
His
the
deal.
way he was going with that.
Who knows? I got this. This one's one of my
Almost.
favorites.
Wow. Looks
Pretty
like
good, right?
Day of the Dead kind of stuff.
It is. It is very like nature sugar school-esque.
This
What
is
was
so
that?
fascinating. How many of these are there?
Oh, thousands.
I would figure.
Thousands.
Like I'm just like half-mindedly waiting for her to get to the end of
You
it, and
ready?
I'm thinking I don't think it's ever. Oh my lord, Jesus!
just chilling and then
Can I try like resetting your mic somehow, Sig? I don't know. Whenever I'm too loud, it totally echoes.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
I feel like I need my red wig for this.
We're out of gray terracotta. Go get more, Barry. Don't ever report
What
to
are
me that
you
you're out of
making?
an item in Minecraft.
Now,
A temporary problem.
In
Rosa-
Minecraft. Okay, what?
I was looking at you're doing a lot of filters and everything. I was looking at this thing that's a full-on like animated 3D being, I guess, that is
Mhm.
it tracks what you do and say, and you
Okay.
can swap out whatever character you want it to be or whatever. Like it's a full animated thing. From it was on Steam and it's like called Face Rig, I think. Yeah, no, it's Face Rig
Okay.
on Steam, and I don't know, it looked like a really cool program, and you could actually make your own like model, like 3D model to be able to animate to do all the things your movements and everything.
Okay.
I thought that was a really neat thing to be able to do.
What program is this,
I'll have
Donna?
to try it sometime.
Charles
I
is
don't
asking
know.
for it too.
Okay, it's Snap Camera.
Snap.
Is it Snap
I
Camera?
knew
It's
it.
like a Snapchat filter thing.
I was gonna say, all I was thinking was how like Snapchat changed the game with this stuff, and that you think your phones are cool. Look how well it tracks if you have computer hardware.
Yeah, right.
Yup.
She's got a good chip too, the 8700K. That's more than capable for whatever she's
I
put on there.
love that you track my computer hardware
Components.
better than I do. I'm always like, oh, is that what I have?
Did
Let
you end
me
up
go
getting the
check my
1060?
closet. No, I don't think so. Maybe no? Yes? No. No.
Pretty sure
Maybe?
you got that
Yes?
CPU upgrade, right?
I'd have to check the closet.
Not that big of a deal.
It's not.
As long as it works.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm so happy that Ben's ended up getting the same computer upgrade I did at the same time. Because,
Yeah.
well, most people are either, I don't know, envious or don't care, so you can't get away with too much. But since he got the same CPU, we get to, like, bounce off each other.
And be all excited
Kinky.
with each other.
Mm-hmm. And, oh my, do you have anyone with skulls? Oh, Lord.
I mean, I'd have to look them up.
That's,
Just,
the neck-
just
that's like
enjoy
a-
this
a little
acid
weird.
trip.
that's like the hyper rare Donna Pokemon card. Oh, yeah, that's an acid trip. Wow. You can just go forever. Is that a paid program?
No, it's totally free.
Wow. See, that surprises me the most.
And then there's also, if you're good at 3D modeling, you can make your own filters really easily.
See, that's
Hmm.
the kind of thing I was talking about with the Face Rig thing, but it's a program that's solely for that specific thing.
That's kind of a skull one. Oh,
there
there
you go,
skulls.
Skull. There you go. He was asking, so I'm looking for skulls right now.
That's horrifying.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
But
need
the
that.
thing
Fuck
is
yeah, let me
that
see free stuff.
people name them themselves. So if they don't name it properly, it's really hard to search for it.
That's so, like, realistic as far as a filter goes. Oh my god.
I mean, people make these themselves. A lot of these are not made by companies. These are made by individual people.
I can see why it's free.
So
Yeah, people just... I'm sure there are paid ones that are, better than... Oh, Lord. Better than that? Skulls could do that for a raid or something. Just have a bunch of faces everywhere.
Ha! Raider Nation! That's actually...
What?
I'm from Oakland, so it's alright.
Got
I'll
it.
rock it. Hey. Oh.
Oh, boy.
Ain't good. Oh. This one's
Redskins
not working.
Nation. We talking about hockey?
I'm pretty sure that's golf.
This one's a little.
I was gonna say, is
I don't know
that
about
Batman?
Two-Face?
Oh my.
Yeah, that was
Holy
actually
shit.
Two-Face.
I am gonna have to look this up.
I'm having entirely too much fun. Please tell me at some point to stop, and I will
Stop.
settle on.
Yeah, I think we should get back to a normal
Fine.
topic.
Oh, fine. I was having too much fun. Let me go back to something normal-ish.
You can have all your fun, just
Quietly in the corner by myself. I'll do the e-girl one.
Like, what is topic number 1?
Topic number
Do we
1.
have topics? I was just
Oh,
chilling.
I have a backup
Yeah, I
list.
figure we should
Okay.
start the
In
podcast
case
an
we
hour
get
and 24 into it.
Completely derailed. We can get back to something.
What's that?
Number 1. Jesus, that's a lot of scrolling. Hang on. Number 1 is one of the ones I've read before. No, it isn't.
Do it.
Genital to body size ratio.
Wait, what?
What?
Genital to body size ratio.
So you want to talk about dicks?
I don't remember what it was, but I remember seeing hearing something on the internet that had to do with something
Okay.
having the largest penis to body size ratio out of any of the other of the species on the planet or something.
Oh, like there's like a slug that
No,
Yeah,
there's
something like that.
like
But
half
like
of its body.
the human being actually has the smallest,
oh,
body or penis to body size ratio.
that's all right. That's all right. Humans are smart. We don't actually need to use what we were born with to acquire that kind of deal.
But yeah, that
We've created tools to get rid of that issue.
that was written
I
2 months ago, so I have no clue what it was about at the time.
Donna's not ready to start talking about strap-ons. She's just gonna sit there with her butterflies. The
You're my
duck with the-
butterfly, sugar baby.
What's
Come
your
my
second
baby,
topic?
come my baby.
Second topic. Oh, that was what rhymes with orange. We already
No, it
went over
doesn't.
that. No, I'll just scroll down and just pick one randomly. How about that?
Oh, okay. The rest of us have been ready to talk about it the whole time. Yeah. What, dicks or strap-ons, or both,
Or both.
or both? Well, I think I am the appropriate person to say or both.
Okay, here we go. What do you believe movie theaters could do to improve the experience of going there?
I mean, I don't really have a problem with movie theaters.
Well, there's the high price of concessions for one.
True.
I, for one, understand. Like,
know.
Yeah.
theaters are struggling to hold on. As
Well,
an avid
nowadays.
movie fanatic, I get to the theater whenever I can. Whenever I've got someone to go with, I greatly prefer the theater experience to what I can do here at home.
Well, think about it though. Every time you go to the theater, what's the one thing that just kind of irks you a little bit at least? Like, the sticky floor, the seats that don't recline well enough, the armrests that aren't comfortable enough, the
We
cup
have-
holders that are
So a
just
lot of the
ridiculous.
theaters in Minnesota here have caught on within the last couple of years. So all of our theaters have just recently gotten reclining seats, and everything's great, honestly.
I prefer movie theaters that have assigned seats.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
my problem with that is getting seats, because all of our theaters, if something is like Jumanji, 3 weeks after it came out, the theaters were full, like sold out
Still
the day
packed.
ahead. Yeah.
See, but I'd rather that, because whether or not it's sold out,
Mhm.
I hate trying to find seats and whatnot. I hate having to get there early so that I can get a seat. Like if I'm going with a bunch of people, getting everyone sat together, we have to get there hella early.
Or buy ahead of
And that-
time.
Right.
Yeah,
but
I see where you're going.
if it was assigned seats when you're buying, because even if you buy ahead, it doesn't guarantee seats together. It guarantees you'll have a seat, just not
Oh my god.
together.
Yeah.
I was
So-
Going as a group of 4 people and walking into a basically packed theater, and like one of you has to sit in the front left and the other 3 have to sit in
Exactly.
the back.
I was so
Mhm.
confused for a hard second there. I literally heard buying ahead and just
Buying
that
them
tripped
early.
me up. I was so confused.
Okay.
But,
How do you do that?
Wow.
I
Yeah,
think-
no, I've been to theaters that have had assigned seating, but they're usually the ones that also like bring you food. They're the higher
Yeah.
class ones. I just want like a regular movie theater at regular movie theater prices to just be like, yeah, A10 through A11, A12. That's all my seats. I ordered them.
Yeah, where you could actually specifically choose a set of seating to be able to say, okay, this is where we're going to be sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And they could even charge a few dollars more for the seats that are in the central area if that was more your preference or some shit like that.
I ordered food
Right.
in a theater once, and it was great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've done that.
This
Um,
reminds me, I actually have a movie theater membership, and I haven't been to see a movie in a couple weeks, so I should go see one.
I went with a couple of friends one time, and we got buckets of beer while we were watching the movie, and I don't remember most
Buckets
of the movie.
of beer. All right. Oh my god, that reminds me. I did Disneyland drunk last Saturday. That was a fucking adventure.
Yeah.
I
No,
was
the
like,
movie
oh
theater
my
thing-
god, I'm gonna get kicked out.
For me, and you're going to make fun of me for being old, is that I need subtitles for most of the time.
Why would I make fun of you? I
Beast will.
did deaf studies. Like,
Beast will.
For what? I'm sorry.
For being old.
Oh,
Because I like having subtitles because I
I use them all the time
I
too.
I lose things in the background sounds. Like watching the Transformers was a complete wash for me. I couldn't understand anything anybody said in that movie because of all the
Oh.
background noises of all the robots doing stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I mean, having subtitles has always been a thing for me it makes it difficult for me to go to a theater to see some movie because I'd be paying a premium price for a ticket to this movie and then not being able to understand it most of the time. And they offer stuff for people who are hard of hearing and stuff like that they like
It's
can
not
give you
adequate.
headphones and crap, but it's
not.
never ever gonna be
No.
what you need it to be.
Well, keep in mind. So, like I said, I did deaf studies and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, like, and so when I was learning ASL, it wasn't just learning the language; it was learning the culture and the difficulties and whatnot. And even though there's the federal law saying that there has to be accommodations, most movie theaters
it doesn't regulate
work.
how good the
Their-
accommodations have to be.
Their subtitle machines always broke, always like off time, like always.
Yeah.
So unless it's like actually subtitled up top, it's ridiculous. They give them these like machines that it looks like a giant pager is what it looks like. You know what a pager is. It's what it looks like. And it'll do subtitles. But so you have to like hook it on the seat in front of you. So you're like it's not guaranteed it's gonna line up, and it's terrible.
Yeah, you're constantly looking away from the movie rather than it being on screen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a pager is. Okay.
Oh my god, I had 4 of those. From that picture you just showed, 4 specifically from
You
that one.
literally had to Google a pager.
Never had a
Oh my-
pager before. I knew what they were, but I couldn't picture one very well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Akova's got it right too. Even like the subtitles on Amazon and other streaming sites, like they're whacked. Like whoever checks these things,
I have
sometimes it
had
just
excellent experience with
I hate that
fan-made
I'm
ones.
not good enough to translate for my friends, and it's terrible.
I have found excellent experience with fan-made
see
subtitles.
fan-made subtitles tend to be actually good, but somebody who's doing it just as a job or whatever,
It's
ironic, right?
they screw up more often than you would believe.
Even the fan-made
There's
ones,
no
they're not
good
always
movies
perfect.
out right now.
but there was some guy on one of those subtitles sites. I almost remembered his name because the dude had like 92,000 subtitles the dude had made. That's his day-to-day is he comes home and makes subtitles for movies and shows. And my
You know
mom was
what? If
back to
that's
me, "Do you hear that?"
relaxing for him, if he can like type as
Mhm.
watching
And I imagine
that's
it's
the
that he planned on-
that's like literally the best people in society that are like, oh, I kind of enjoy doing this. This fucking helps somebody. Let's rock and roll.
He
and he probably
single-handedly
planned on
upped
watching all
the
that crap anyway.
he single-handedly upped the enjoyment of my Game of Thrones experience by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That dude alone subtitled like half of my experience.
Now, I will say some of the funniest things I've ever experienced were in TV shows where the subtitles were completely off from what the person said because of their accent or something. And it's just like, wait, no, that does not even remotely match what they said. What
Right.
happened there?
Good
But yeah,
time.
I mean, subtitles talking about like Fiberwolf, for instance. He has subtitles on the bottom of his live streams, and that thing does not understand him a third of the time.
Oh my god, that
It's
happens to me all the time, especially because I don't always speak just English.
Yeah.
And so I need
One that
I need
picks
an
up Spanish
auto
also.
right. I need one that picks up Spanish, and then yeah.
You need a bilingual subtitles or one that translates from Spanish to English.
My kid's school tried to tell me to stop speaking Spanglish to my child, and I basically told them to get fucked.
Yeah.
Wait, the school tried to get you to stop teaching your kids Spanish and English?
Mhm.
Why?
Well, so he has a little bit of a speech delay, and he it's hard to understand him when he speaks. You guys have heard him. He doesn't speak at the same level as other 4-year-olds, and so they try to tell me to like, just speak English to him, and I was like,
Focus on one thing,
That's-
kind of.
That's not gonna happen because this is a multilingual house. Like you guys just focus on the English. Like that's all you need to be doing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think for them, they're also concerned that he's going to be trying to talk to them and think more in how do I should say this in Spanish, you know?
I
And they won't know
I
what he's
get
trying to
that.
say. But that's their
They're
problem.
worried
not
about
yours.
them not being able to understand him, and honestly, like you said, that's their problem. Like, why would I deprive my child
Of
like,
knowledge.
yeah, like what?
Yeah.
It might be a rough start, but that'll help him
Estúpido.
so much more down the line.
Exactly. Well, so it's not like I'm the only one speaking Spanish in my family. I have 3 sister-in-laws, right? 3 sister-in-laws. All 3 of them are from Mexico, okay?
Oh, your brothers had a type, huh?
Yeah.
That's quite the
They definitely do.
coincidence. All 3 sister-in-laws, huh?
Yeah, no, the administrators need it. If they try to push it again, I'm gonna take it up the chain. I'm gonna be psycho Karen mom because what? No.
Yeah, Chriselle said that's the dumbest thing he's ever heard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm the
I was
opposite. You
gonna
should
think-
tell them to start teaching Spanish.
That's kind of what I was like. That was my thought process. Was like, not my problem that you don't fucking speak Spanish. Like,
And if you come at me with this again, you're going to find out how much profanity I know.
In other languages.
in more languages than just English and Spanish. I also know quite a few swear words in French. I know quite a few swear words in Chinese. I definitely know how to swear in sign language. Like,
I know a couple of those at least.
right?
I wish I
Like,
was brought up with more languages. I mean, they started in
Well,
7th
so-
grade, which was way too late for me.
that's what I'm saying is hey, we want your child exactly. They want you want our children to learn less. What? And we're
Just gotta,
I'm from California. Like, Spanglish is the unofficial official language of California.
You can call it
Unless you
official or
can
not.
fuck
If everybody speaks it, then, you know.
So there are words. So this is what I told them too when they told me there are words. Because I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'm not fluent. But there are words that I literally didn't know were Spanish words until I went to college in Kansas because they were used so frequently growing up that they're just words. I thought they were English
Like
because
what?
I spoke English. Like chones, which is underwear. I had until college, I didn't
Until
call
college.
until college. I never called chones panties. Never ever said the word panties. Only ever said chones.
Interesting.
I didn't know. I literally did not know that this word was a Spanish only word until my best friend in college, her appendix burst. So she was in the hospital, and obviously I went and stayed in the hospital with her. And after her surgery, I went to go help her get ready, and her family was there. Her mom, her dad, her grandparents, all from Kansas, so they didn't speak Spanish. And I had asked her if she wanted help getting her chones on because she obviously just had major abdominal surgery. And her mom looked at me like I was fucking psycho. Literally looked at me like
What
I
did you
was
just
psycho.
say?
Yeah, no. And then she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Is she not ready for her chones? Like, I don't want to hurt her. Like, I'm trying to help." And my best friend knew what I was saying because it was my best friend. And she's like half dead, like in the bed, just post-op, and was like, "Mom, she's asking if I want my panties. Like, it's fine." And I was like, what you guys you guys don't call them chones? Like, is that a California thing? And my friend had to explain to me that it was Spanish, that I was using Spanish. And I was like, I thought that was like
College.
chones was no weirder to me than panties. Yeah, no, because that's just what I grew up saying.
What's funny to me is that's a word that like you wouldn't use out public often. I don't think so. I don't know when you'd get corrected.
Right, exactly. So I was literally in college. Keep in mind, I didn't go to college till I got out of the military. So
Wow.
I was almost 21 when this happened.
That's interesting.
2 decades of life. I did not know this word was Spanish.
I wish I'd grown
And
up with a
then-
second language.
And
That'd
then
be
the
so
same
helpful.
with cagada, which is like shit. Like you're so full of cagada. Like that's a phrase I grew up saying.
I'd
just meant
imagine you seem like someone who would grow up with a phrase like that. Like telling people that.
Benz is just laughing at me. I see you.
No, I grew up spending a lot of time with friends of my family. One of my mother's really good friends. We basically just call her Aunt Carrie, and she speaks Spanish regularly in her household and everything. And she used to yell at us and be like, "Mira," and we never knew what "mira" meant, but we knew it meant "come here" to us. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just look or look here. But yeah, we always we didn't know that was what it was. We just knew it meant get your ass over here.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes, that
Stuff
is the
like
girl
that.
we usually play. Say the world with.
That's the e-girl.
Cagada
The
is like-
Who said that shit?
E-lady, thank
Early.
you very much.
E-woman.
You woman. I've corrected that on stream a number of times. And Chriselle's asking what branch you're in. He's in the guard for 6 years.
we don't talk about that.
Okay. Kagada
Cagada.
is like saying you fucked up is the same as saying la cagaste.
But is that like Spanish, or is that like? So I'm from California. So
think
is
he's
that
speaking
West
Mexican
Coast
Spanish.
Mexico?
I think he's Mexican
Spanish?
Spanish.
And like I said, I'm not fluent in Spanish. This is just the context we grew up using that word.
I know there are like
Yeah.
a number of different Spanish variations.
Yeah, regional
Right.
dialects and stuff.
I guess that's true for
Right.
English too, huh? In
Yeah.
the South,
Mhm.
they talk very differently.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
plenty of people who
Ladies
live up
around these
north that don't
parts,
even
boy.
know what grits is.
It's okay.
So.
All right, fuck you. Okay, I know
I
lots
didn't
of
know what
food.
the fuck a grit was.
I don't know what a grit is. It's just not something that we use. Pop.
Spanish. Yeah.
This is not pop in a lot of the U.S. This is soda.
Or specifically whatever brand it is.
Yep, in the South they call it Coke. Just what kind of
Oh,
Coke do you
yeah.
want? Oh, I'll take a Coke.
Yeah.
What kind of Coke do you want? Oh, Sprite.
Coke.
That brand is very dominant in the U.S. Like
Because it's the best.
grits, the thing
Obviously.
they spread on the snow when on the road when it snows. Fizzy in the New Zealand. Yeah, I think in like some areas like Wisconsin almost specifically, I think they call it like I'm thinking of drinking fountains. They call them bubblers. In very specific parts of the U.S., it's like a bubbler or something like that. Don't know why. I won't be
Schweik.
adopting it, but they do that. That's kind of interesting. The Great Northern Vowel Shift. There's a video on it. That could be interesting. Anybody ever seen that video on oh damn, what was it? A video on if English
No.
was phonetically consistent. And by the end of the video so
Like if you could consistently sound out every word the
like
same.
OUGH, there's like 8 of them I think. It's like though, tough. That's it. There are a bunch of them. Like though and tough. OUGH, totally different pronunciations. And phonetics is how you pronounce something. So, or how it's pronounced. So, if it's phonetically consistent by the end of the video, like 4 minutes in at the end of the video, English just didn't even. You know what? It might even be worth it to just listen
It's
to
like-
his last bit there.
Well, it's like the difference between with a book, whether or not you read the book or you have read the book. They're both spelled the same, but you could say, if you were reading it, sounding it out, you would be like, I have read the book, and it would really mess you up.
Let me cut to like.
Pirchansi
Read the book.
totriam. Aye, there is the rube. Toby.
So, yeah, at about like 3 minutes in, he starts pronouncing it weirdly. Let me just go to monitor capture. This isn't so fucky.
Not
Okay.
Toby.
Am I gonna get
Lots.
copyrighted?
I the quistion.
To be or not
I
to
don't know.
be, if not, that is the question. Like, he just totally he sets like a standard early in the video on how he's gonna pronounce everything in English, and then towards the end of the video, it's a totally different language that you're hearing. Yeah, because English is one of the thought. That's another one. Thought, though, thorough, tough. Read, read, led, lead, bow, or bow.
Bow and bow. Yeah.
Like, I'm a native English speaker, and I messed that up. Like, bow and bow, it's totally based on context. Yet, with context, if you listen to what someone's saying, there's almost never any confusion.
Well, if you go into the whole the word buffalo.
Oh god, I hate that one.
That one's one of those that it was. You could say it 7 times,
8.
I think, in a row. 8. Yeah.
I got sucked down that rabbit hole one evening.
Yeah, but it's like bison from the place in Buffalo or whatever.
Yeah, they
lying to other bison.
Yeah, something like that. And I always hate that example because by the thinnest of definitions, buffalo, 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 buffalo is an English sentence that's grammatically correct. And I say by the thinnest of definitions because, like, that's so freaking confusing that nobody would ever even conceive that sentence. It's totally just like a thought candy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the other thing that fascinates me is all the extra letters we add to words that don't need to be there necessarily.
Knives. That actually was pronounced connive, but when it got adopted, they were just like, fuck that. Knife. I'm not pronouncing that K. Well, we kept the K.
Yeah.
Kniff.
Well, I mean, one we see pretty frequently, especially in streams and stuff, is Q. It's a 5-letter word that you take 4 of them away. It still says the same damn thing.
Yeah. English is...
I don't want to think about this. This is too hard to think about.
One of the things about language that has been annoying me is, on the internet especially, everybody in Europe is bilingual or more. And in America, we're stunted in that way.
Actually,
that circles back. The school literally told me to stop using Spanish with my child. Like, what?
Fuck you.
And on top of that, they say that they teach it, but they start in like 7th grade when the kid is a damn teenager. That's way too late. My brain is an English-speaking brain at that age.
Right.
Another language is going to take a lot of extra work.
Yeah.
English, I mean, at least Spanish in the U.S. With down south, I mean, a lot of states, like Donna showed, are starting to speak Spanish as well, just culturally.
Yeah, in California, like, a kid speaking Spanglish is nothing. Everybody knows these words. Like,
I mean, Mexico is right there, and that language is working its way up the states. Like, it's important.
Like, I don't think I've ever told my kid the words come here. It's always been Banaki.
That sounded like Dothraki.
Thanks.
That's a language we should all learn. Could you imagine?
Kid knows when I...
Dothraki?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine watching Game of Thrones without subtitles?
There are people out there in the world that speak fluent Klingon.
I was watching, was it the first or second episode of Games of Thrones while I was visiting my friend while I was in California. My friend, Charlie, he is literally 6'3". I am 5'1", right? So, and so I was watching Games of Thrones sitting there, and there's a scene where he like stands behind her, Emilia Clarke, whatever her name is, Khaleesi, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, that height difference is so extreme. How does that even play out in real life? And then I was like, oh. Charlie, stand up real quick. Because I literally come up to his chest.
It's a foot and 2 inches right there. That's a lot of space. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a foot and 2 inches.
Yeah, that's like 14 inches. I always tell people I'm just like 6 foot minus 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's like Natalie's 6 foot minus 14.
Oh, more than that.
14 what, feet?
Yeah, she's like 6 foot minus 2 feet.
That, Barry.
Mm-mm.
Then I know.
How to tell if Natalie is lurking the stream or not. Just bring up her height.
That was kind of where I was going with that.
He might be. Well, she's not a good lurker. She almost always types, so you know, if she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's I going with that, Dothraki? Yeah, I guess we're kind of off the language topics, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think schools could do a lot more. Because, like I mentioned in Europe, they learn English and their native country right off the bat, and all through their lives. They never drop it. So if they could teach Spanish in kindergarten as a second alphabet, and
So there's a school not too far from here that they have a Spanish immersion program that your kids can start in kindergarten, but they have to start it in kindergarten to do it all the other years. So if they don't start in kindergarten, they can't do it in first grade. But I was thinking about putting my kid in that next year, but I'd have to drive a half an hour every day.
Negative.
I had a teacher.
You say negative, but I'd like him to learn. So
Half an hour one way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So that'd
Yeah.
be 2 hours of driving every day because it'd be a half an hour to the school, and then I'd come home, and then a half an hour to drive there, bring him back.
That's a
That's what I was
decision.
thinking.
Because
Yeah.
you're already kind of exposing him to Spanish, and a proper education could help a lot with that.
Right. So it's not like he wouldn't know some of these words. And he
Yeah.
has a thirst for languages and learning. He's always asking me how to say different words in Spanish, and then we call my sister-in-law. And then he's always also asking me how to sign different things. Like he
It-
comes up to me and be like, "Mom, how do I sign?" And then
It would
it's
totally
usually
help.
animals and shit.
It'd be a
But
good
yeah,
thing.
I know. I obviously have it till like September to
Yeah, you'll have to
decide,
figure that
but-
out at some point. I could be good for him.
Obviously.
Obviously. Pretty much mandatory for us until high school. You can continue, but that's the thing. By high school, if you're not fluent in that language, then you fucked up. I mean, look
it
at
depends
English.
on your brain because some people just
Sure.
have an aptitude for it.
Especially with like
I-
living in an English environment in the States here. I mean, I and most kids, I think, were fluent by first grade, like or earlier. I mean, right in
In what?
kindergarten, we're learning our alphabet, but I've been speaking it for a year or two.
Right.
It's funny learning the alphabet because this is a language
Thanks.
I'd been speaking for a while now, but then they started teaching us letters. Like, oh shit, this is made. This is a whole thing, huh? There's
Well, I
something
mean-
more to these words.
I give people who don't speak English as a first language a lot of leeway, but when it comes to people that I know grew up speaking English, it's just baffling to me the amount of spelling errors. You've been writing everything that you write in this language your whole life, and you don't know how to spell that simple word.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gave up with Lego.
Ben's feels personally targeted.
I laughed because I pictured at least a couple of people who I know, not Ben's, a couple of people who I know that just fuck up English every time they've been speaking it their whole life. Oh my god.
That just blows my mind. Like I just can't fathom how you
Lego
don't
in our
know the
Discord.
differences.
YOUR is the only your he will ever care about. And he has said as much. And it drives me nuts. Because it makes legitimate confusion when you talk to him sometimes. If people use the wrong yours in the right way, like, I don't know what you're saying to me.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the difficulty for me is like you know that there should be a contraction there. Because you, in essence, in your brain, you're thinking, hey,
You
you are blah, blah, blah. You're not, so it's just like, oh my God.
You can even
I love when people try to insult me and they use the wrong your. So if they're like, "You're an idiot,"
Oh, yeah,
and I'll
no,
be like,
that's-
"My idiot?
Yeah, what about my idiot?
It belongs to me."
You talking about
That's-
my
You
idiot?
talking about my
That's
dumb dog?
really-
Like,
is when people are
That's my
trying to be all keyboard warrior and act like they know something better than you, but they misspell half the sentence. And it's just like, wow, you just proved to me how smart you are.
We have been Barry. We know you're a native Spanish
Your?
speaker, and we never give you shit. I encourage a lot of that stuff. Aggie is... she agreed with me to be her English teacher, so I've never stopped correcting her on English mistakes, even though she hates it at this point. But she says she passed her, whatever, proficiency tests, and yet the same Greek-speaking lady mistakes that she makes. And I'm like, Aggie, we gotta
I
get
feel
through
like
this.
Greek is a hard language to move past.
yeah.
My uncle married a Greek woman. I am a very multicultural person.
I
I
can
am the
tell.
United Nations in a person. Just
Mhm.
disclaimer before you're like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not Greek. My uncle married a Greek woman. So my yaya, when she got really old,
Yeah.
yaya is what you call like a Greek grandmother.
Specifically a
So
Greek one.
specifically a Greek one,
Huh.
because that's what. So like we call our grandmothers like Mimi or Grandma or whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yaya is kind of like the
Yeah.
go-to Greek word for grandmother.
Oh.
So when Yaya got really old and started getting sick and really like deteriorating, she would like just talk to us in Greek, and we don't speak Greek, especially like me and my siblings, because we're not Greek at all. But we grew up with this woman. This woman's still our Yaya. And we'd be like, English, Yaya, English. And then she would yell in English, I am speaking English, and then continue to yell at us in Greek.
Oh.
In her mind, she couldn't differentiate at the time.
Right. And me being the smart ass teenager I was, I'd be like, it's all Greek to me, yeah. Like
That kind of goes back to like learning
Wow.
language at a young age, because your brain forms around the language that you're taught to speak.
right.
So no matter what, in the end, as in this case, like what you learned in the very beginning is how your brain is
It's
shaped.
what you're gonna revert to, yeah.
You can learn as many other languages, but you're always going to have a default as a human.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can always learn a language. I know it's not all on the school system for me, but it would have helped a lot.
It was funny when they were trying to tell me to only speak English to my son. They were telling a story about this one family that spoke 5 languages in the home, and they could never tell if the kid was speaking gibberish or if the kid was speaking other languages. And I was like, that sounds like a fucking you problem. It sounds like this kid's gonna be really successful in life because he's gonna know 5 fucking languages. Do you know what you can do with that? It doesn't matter what field you study. If you are fully fluent in 5 languages, you will find work.
You're not stuck to the US anymore at that point.
You're not stuck to the US. There 5 languages, there's at least 15 countries you could go to. Like
That's an interesting angle.
easy.
Yeah, James in chat mentioning XQC is a French streamer who now finally thinks in English after 10 years of learning it. That's an interesting one.
That's something I remember reading, I don't know how many years ago, but you know that you fully immersed yourself to the point in a language that you know it when you start having dreams in that language.
Mm-hmm.
And that always kind of stuck with me. I was like, well, that's never going to happen. I know
understand,
a smattering of words in a few different languages, but English, that's just it.
Yeah. That was...
It's hard.
Where were we there? There was a couple of steps there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Aggie and her Greek. Yeah, because that language is like symbols to me.
Yeah.
That's... I don't know what
they do use a different alphabet, yeah.
They do. Yeah, it's totally different.
Well, some people come into the streams and stuff, and they're typing in Hebrew, and I've seen the response from other people who are like, "I don't speak squiggle," you know.
We started.
That's like, wow, okay, you don't have to be a jerk.
A guy came back. He was, I think he had whatever language it was, like that. It might have been Arabic in his case, but he agreed that we should we nicknamed him Noodle, and it was his idea. Okay, chat, we weren't being racist or anything, but he just started calling him Noodle for like a week. I don't think he comes around anymore, but that worked for me because that looked nothing like English. At least in Spanish, I can approximate. I learned quite a bit of that language.
Well, because it's a Latin-based language, so you could kind of see, like, so. Like I said, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I can understand a lot more of it than I can speak. And to that same extent, because it is a very Latin-based, like a heavily Latin-based language, and so is French. Although I cannot speak or understand French, I can read a lot of French because the words are similar.
It carries over pretty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I changed my Minecraft language to Spanish for a long time. Somewhat famously, because a lot of my old Minecraft videos were henceforth in Spanish, and I get weird comments on it here and there. right as I was designing a storage room. So I just, every single item in the game that I had to actually think about because I was organizing went past my brain in Spanish. And that momentarily helped a lot. It was a lot of colors
Right.
and blocks that they didn't teach us in school.
A lot of people who immigrate to different countries learn languages most famously by just switching the language on their TV shows, on their games, on whatever they're doing, because you're forced to immerse yourself.
Yeah.
Or online
Well,
in the modern day, hang out with that
Mhm.
a streamer of that language or a video series could help a ton.
Like with my childhood, Carrie, my mom's friend, she she spent most of her time, if she was watching TV, watching whatever was on, like, soap operas and crap in English. But Sábado Gigante was a big thing for her, and she watched Sábado Gigante every Saturday. It was just, she watched all her stories and everything in Spanish. It's just like, oh, okay.
Lots of people who
But I
have been-
remember sitting with her while she was watching her stories and not knowing at all what they were saying on the television. But you could kind of just keep up just by the body language and what was going on anyway, because they're very boisterous and large movements and everything in a lot of their television shows.
So you're talking about it boisterous. I don't watch a lot of sports or whatnot. But I do sometimes like watching soccer.
Mm-hmm.
But I watch it in Spanish, so football, right? I was at Chuck E. Cheese with Clark on this Saturday, and he was like cashing out his tickets, and he was telling like the Chuck E. Cheese dude, and my husband, he was like, "Oh, I want the ball," and my husband was like, "Do you want the black and white ball?" And he was like, "Yeah, I want the ball." And so my husband was like, "You want the soccer ball?" And he was like, "No, I want the black and white ball." And my husband was like, "The soccer ball," and he was like, "No, the black and white ball." And I was like, "Clark, do you want the football?" And he was like, "Yeah, the football."
Oh, poor husband.
Because we watch it in Spanish, even though we're not fluent in Spanish, because it's just more exciting. Like, I don't know, American announcers with
Don't get into it.
they don't get into it. It's really boring. So it's like it's a lot more fun to watch it in Spanish. So yeah, the black and white ball is not a soccer ball. It's a football.
Gano, you're not going crazy. She did tell the story before.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought I heard this before. She did.
You
yeah.
did. You heard me telling it just when I
Yesterday, I
came
think.
in on Saturday, I
Or a
think.
couple
Saturday
days ago.
evening.
That
Yeah,
was
it was
fun.
probably Saturday after.
It's soccer.
But now we're talking about languages again. So I'm telling the story for anyone who didn't hear it because I thought it was funny.
It was. That's gonna be so good for him knowing those languages. And even if he never continues with Spanish, this is a really good base for him at least.
We're gonna so he's gonna continue Spanish because all of his cousins speak Spanish.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be great then.
Because their mothers are from Mexico. So like we call not enough goal in English sportscasting. So like when we call my sister-in-law and we talk to my niece, I say, hola mi sobrina, which is hello my niece, and then he says hola mi prima, which is hello my cousin.
And Barry mentioned that
And
we
so,
help
like,
him a
little-
lot with English, and I mentioned streamers especially because you can talk to them.
You can interact.
You can ask them questions, and they'll be happy to clarify. A lot of mistakes I see people make. The biggest one with language is getting embarrassed. Like, you're never gonna know
I say
everything.
shit wrong. Tell me I'm saying it wrong. I say English words wrong.
I've been fluent for 20 years learning this language, and you're never gonna hear all the words. You're gonna be learning it your whole life. Don't get embarrassed if you make spelling errors. It's gonna happen.
I am almost 31 years old and I still fuck up how I pronounce certain words, not just even in other languages, especially in English, I fuck up words. So like you're speaking a whole nother language. Like you do you, boo, and I will help you the best I can.
Yeah, that right there, Barry just told me that my pronunciation was bad for gigante. Like, I don't fucking know, dude. That was from when I was like 9.
Right.
That was fucking 30 years ago almost.
Oh boy. Almost. That's weird. Mentally, I always round down to 30, but if you're turning 38, you're
Closer to 40.
You
Close to 40.
old. I can
That's
say
alright,
that because I'm also old.
Yeah,
You're
We
the
know.
old man of the channel. I'm the old lady. It's fine.
totally okay.
You'll give me a Spanish class? Hell yeah, Barry. Fucking if you ever see me hanging out in Discord, be like, the Spanish word of the day is do it. So you had typed up a thing earlier, Barry, and it was like bienvenidos. And all I can think when I see that word is Disneyland. Because Disneyland, when it does the like safety announcements and whatnot, like it does it in English and it's always like a really high pitch, like happy English voice. And then when it switches to Spanish, it like drops like 8 octaves. And so so like English, it'll be like, welcome. And then in Spanish, it'll be like, bienvenidos. And so you gotta look it up. It's so funny. Like all the pass holders talk about it, even the bilingual ones, because it is like the English is welcome. Bienvenidos. Like,
There are people invading my house now. I think I gotta call it from over here.
Oh yeah, no, well,
yeah.
we've been planning this around the fact that Beast has got a haircut coming
And
up.
they
and
showed up on time. So,
Are
the
you gonna-
family friend
how much
is
are you gonna
there.
cut off?
what do you mean cut off? Oh, I don't know. I liked the longer hair for a bit, and
What?
this is way more. Somebody said this looked bad in chat, and I was like, no. This is great.
Staying like that right now.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it'd be really drastic to just get almost all of it off.
Do it, pussy.
Do it.
I don't know.
Do
You got
it.
the swag
You won't
man
fucking
bun.
do it. You want me to?
There's a
You
lot
ain't
of
getting it?
confidence that gets like radiated when I just have this dumbass messy hair and just own it. So I like that a good bit, but
Yeah.
I might just definitely on the sides. I need to make room for my headphones, like I mentioned. This is driving me in. This little bit of hair, I might just shave that off myself sometimes.
Yeah, I might go shave
the
my hair
Donna
off too
cut.
real fast. do the Donna cut. Don't do the Donna cut. You don't have the head shape for that.
I actually am due for a haircut myself. I haven't had one in a while, and normally I have shorter hair than Donna.
I like the
What?
Casey
How
Neistat
can you
style.
have
He just
shorter
bums
hair
it
than
up
me?
and then
I don't have hair. What?
You got that little bit of peach fuzz.
It's
You
true.
did
I saw it.
not.
She's not all bald. There is something going on there. It's like a doll when it has just like the hair outline, but it's not actually growing at all.
That's
Like-
exactly. I have a hair outline and no hair growth,
Like I can see where it would be if it would just grow.
but it doesn't.
No,
Well, that's
normally-
the thing is.
Normally
So
I cut my
because-
hair with the clippers just without the guard on it at all, so it's just like the straight.
Bake that
clippers.
shit every like 3 or 4 days.
I did that once and I got razor burn on my head, and I'll never do that again.
Just cause you's a bitch.
No, because I don't want razor burn on my head.
No, you got razor burn because you's a bitch, but it's fine.
Oh, is that why?
Okay, Barry, how about a word I can actually say? Because I can't even say bienvenidos.
I don't think that's an English
That's
word.
just a Spanish word for electroencephalogram. That's
What do you?
Yo no sé.
you just took the M off and put fiesta.
It's the actual word of the day.
No
Let me pull
habla
up dictionary.com.
español. Yo soy güerita.
Oh, that's a word I know. Beacon.
Oh,
That's our word of the
yeah.
day.
I think you might have said that one once or twice in your life.
Okay.
Well, yeah, beacon. I'm certainly aware of that word.
Is
The
it
strange-
bacon with an accent?
Yes.
No, it's beacon.
I would like some bacon.
Very excited about bacon.
COVID just says graph. Electroencephalograph.
Yeah, that might be the word I'm thinking of, is graph instead of gram.
Wow, Beast,
yeah,
nice shirt.
whatever.
Where can I get one? Link in chat. I always wear the Minerva shirts on the podcast.
I don't have one, so.
You
Whose fault
changed
is
that.
that?
I got Clark size stuff. In the shop.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then Ira
but
said
I
she was
wasn't
gonna
supposed to
get it,
Yeah,
and then that,
Ira didn't.
that never.
didn't.
I gotta bug Ira. Let her know. I'm cutting my hair right
Clark-
now. Number one all around. What?
That's number one as a
What?
guard size.
I figured. Yeah. Is that?
No. Yeah. 0. Fucking skin it.
Yeah, if you
That's
have really
hot.
short hair like Skulls does, you could probably just put a guard on our buzzer and just handle that yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't even use the guard. I just knock it all off anyway.
I have a family friend that cuts my hair. It's kind of an event catching up with her. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't think about it.
Yeah, doesn't she have a son that she brings over with her sometimes?
Yeah,
And you
that's
had
why I
to
wanted
like
to end
he
early.
hung
If he
out with
runs
us.
up back here, it's gonna be. Got paint on
Yeah.
my eyebrow. Oh, Chriselle. He's the only one I'd know who'd accidentally have paint on his eyebrow. Save the
I
coconut.
forget that I have a big mouth until I make funny faces, and it's like half my face.
Yeah, until the snap overlays kind of break a little bit. No, they actually worked fine. Get a salad bowl and cut around it.
Well, that's because this overlay is just my face, like my.
Honestly, kind of forgot that she was using an overlay for a bit there. Yeah,
No,
guys.
I just actually have butterflies on my face. Like, hold on, how do I turn this off?
I couldn't get mine to work because my camera's being used by Discord. I don't know how you got around
Yeah,
that.
you have to start it in Snap first.
I figured, yeah, then it'll work fine.
Here, there we go.
That could be fun on stream. If I could link that to alerts somehow. I know Tic Tac does
You
something like that.
can.
When he gets alerts sometimes, it'll just put like a random overlay for him.
But it's only they have a partnership with Twitch.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Ah,
So I don't know if you can actually do it with
Oh, I know. That was my mom.
so yep. I guess that's the call to end it.
I'm just thinking if I. Do you have any M&Ms, like regular M&Ms?
No, well, yeah.
Everybody say hi to Mom Beast.
I have to go to
Hi,
work.
Mama Beast.
Oh.
I got Kisses. I got Skittles.
Oh, Skittles.
I got M&Ms. M&Ms. I got more
All right.
M&Ms.
Just
More
you guys
M&Ms.
watching need to know that Beast does eat.
Oreos. There's some M&Ms.
Skulls, I did not send you the link. I
How
don't
many
have the
M&Ms do
link.
you want?
I downloaded it like a year and a
You want
half.
a Milky Way?
Yeah.
You just gotta Google it, my dude.
There's some peanut M&M. Oh, I thought you had gotten that one.
I won't have all these tonight.
You
I'm
just gotta
gonna
Google
stash
it.
them away for a rainy day.
I don't usually eat these M&Ms, so you can
Really?
just have them all. You want more M&Ms?
I'm good. Thanks.
All right. Oh, Gano says hi. Sig says hi.
Hi, Sig.
Barry
hi,
says
Gato.
hi.
Who?
Donna said hi.
Hi, Donna. Hi, everybody.
Yes, everybody says hi.
All right. I'm gonna call the podcast after flexing my candy collection.
Right?
I might have a podcast episode 7 with Donna and eventually Southern, probably. I put him in the title and everything. Yeah.
I got the text message back from him actually.
Oh.
Oh.
He said that he was not going to be able to do Mondays because too much IRL stuff happens. It kind of snuck up on him. So,
All right. Is that just a future notice then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Man,
that
that
was
sucks.
40 minutes ago. I got the response that he was just getting home. So
Damn.
he says, "Yeah, sorry, Mondays are not going to work. Too much IRL stuff happens." So
That sucks. Poor
yeah,
guy confirmed. It
unfortunate.
just snuck up on him. All right. Well, thanks to everybody hanging out, and we'll see you next week.
that was number 7, guys.